The Tehran Metro is a rapid transit system serving Tehran, the capital of Iran. The system consists of 4 operational metro lines, with construction begun on a further 2 lines in 2007. The Tehran Metro carries more than 3 million passengers a day. In 2014, 815 million trips were made on Tehran Metro. As of 2015 update, the total system was 170 kilometers long, 127 kilometers of which metro-grade rail. It is planned to have a length of 430 kilometers with 9 lines once all construction is complete by 2028. On all days of the week, the metro service runs from approximately 5:30 to 2300. The line uses standard gauge and is partly underground. Ticket price is 5,000 Iranian rials for each journey, regardless of the distance traveled, but using prepaid tickets costs much less. Seniors may travel for free on the metro. On all Tehran Metro trains, the first, the second, and the last carriages are reserved for women who do not wish to ride with men in the same car. Women can still ride other cars freely. History. The initial plans of the Tehran Metro, which was to be Iran's first metro system, were laid out before the Iranian Revolution in the 1970s. In 1970, the Plan and Budget Organization and the municipality of Tehran announced an international tender for construction of a metro in Tehran. The French company SOFRETU, affiliated with the state-owned Paris Transportation Authority RATP, won the tender and in the same year began to conduct preliminary studies on the project. In 1974, a final report with a so-called street metro proposal was tendered. The street metro system recommended a road network with a loop expressway in the central area and 2 highways for new urban areas and an 8th-line metro network which were complemented by bus network and taxi services. Geological surveys commenced in 1976. In 1978, construction on the line was started in northern Tehran by the French company. However, this development was short-lived with the advent of the Iranian Revolution and Iran-Iraq War in 1979 and 1980 respectively. SOFRETU ceased operations in Iran in December 1980. On March 3, 1982, the Iranian cabinet ministers formally announced the stop of Tehran Metro operations by the French company. In 1985, the Tehran Metro Execution Plan was reapproved by the Majlis, the Iranian parliament, on the basis of legal project of amendment of law of establishment of Tehran Urban and Suburban Railway Company, which had been founded on Farvardin, 1364. This was a literal continuation of exactly the same projects that had been laid out before the revolution. Work proceeded slowly due to the continuing Iran-Iraq War and often ground to a halt. By the summer of 1985, urban pressure from the rapidly urbanizing population and lack of developed public transport system prompted the work to be resumed in earnest. Line 1, and its extension to Beheshti Zahra Cemetery was made a priority. Line 2, and an extending towards the city of Karaj and Mehershah district was also made a secondary priority. Studies were also made to establish the previously designed Lines 3 and 4. It was decided that an organization by the name of the Metro Company should be established in order to handle the future development of the system. Following this phase, the Metro Company was managed by ASG Hareb Rahimi ASL for 11 years. During this time, hundreds of millions of dollars were spent on the system and the Metro Company was given government concessions for the exploitation of iron ore mines in Bandar Abbas, exploitation and sale of Mohin diatomite mine in Azerbaijan province, export of refinery residues from Isfahan oil refinery as well as tar from Isfahan steel mill. The year after ASG Hareb Rahimi ASL left the management of the Metro Company and Mohsen Hashemi succeeded him. The first line of the Tehran Metro was launched between Tehran and Karaj on 7 March 1999. An overland Tehran-Karaj Express electric train started a limited service of 31.4 kilometers between Azadi Square and Malad, calling at one intermediate station at Vardavad. The line was constructed by the Chinese company NORINCO. Line 5 of the Tehran Metro began operating in 1999 and was Iran's first metro system. From 2000 onwards, commercial operation began on lines 1 and 2. The wagons on these lines are provided by CRV via CNTIC. The railway tracks and points on these lines are provided by the Austrian company Voestalpine. The metro uses equipment manufactured by a wide range of international companies. Double-deck passenger cars for the Tehran-Karaj regional line are supplied by CRV via CNTIC and assembled by the Wagon Parts factory in Arak. As of 2010, update, approximately $2 billion has been spent on the metro project. The Tehran Metro transports about 2.5 million passengers daily through its 5 operational lines, with 2 lines are still being developed by Tehran Metro Company, with another 2 lines under construction in Line 8 in engineering phase. New 80 wagons have been added to the system in September 2012 to ease transportation and reduce rush hour congestion. Iran is able to produce its need in wagons and trains independently. Lines. Line 1, colored red on system maps, is 28.1 kilometers long, of which 14.9 kilometers are underground and the rest runs at surface level. There are 29 stations along this line, of which 18 stations are located underground and 11 above ground. As of 2005, update, the total capacity of Line 1 is 650,000 passengers per day, with trains stopping at each station for 20 seconds. The trains are each made up of 7 wagons, with a nominal capacity of 1,300 seated and standing passengers. The maximum speed of the trains is 80 km per hour, which will be tempered to an average of 45 km per hour due to stoppages at stations along the route. Line 1 runs mostly north-south, and the extension phase to Imam Khomeini International Airport is under construction. A 4.1 km, 3-station extension of the line from Mir Ahmad Station to Kulhak Station opened on May 20, 2009. The 4 km, 4 stations second phase of this extension from Kulhak Station to Tajrish Square was completed in 2011. Construction was to be completed by March 2007 but faced major issues due to large boulders and rock bed in part of the tunnels as well as water drain issues. It has also faced major financing issues as the government has refused to release funds earmarked for the project to the municipality. Line 2. This line opened between Sadeghiya and Imam Khomeini in February 2000. Line 2 is 26 km long, with 19 km underground and 1.4 km elevated. There are 22 stations along the line, of which Imam Khomeini Station was shared by Line 1. Line 2 is colored blue on system maps and runs mostly east-west through the city. The line was extended from Imam Khomeini to Baharistan Metro Station in 2004, and to Shahid Madani, Sarsabs and El Mosana University in March 2006, with the intermediate stations, Darvaza Shemran and Sabalan, opening in July 2006. It was extended further from El Mosana University to Tehran Pars in February 2009, and to Farhang Sara in June 2010. The extension phase to New East Terminal is under construction. Line 3 travels from northeast to southwest. Line 3 is one of the most important lines as it connects southwest Tehran to northeast, crosses busy parts of the capital city, and can help to alleviate traffic problems. About 7 kilometers of Line 3 became operational in December 2012, followed by 12 kilometers in April 2014, and finally, The last section of the line, which is 18 kilometers, opened on September 22, 2015, increasing the length of the line to a total of 37 kilometers, and serving 15 stations as of December 2015. Update. Line 4. The line is 22 kilometers long with 18 stations. Section 1, from Ferdowsi Square to Darvaza Shemarin, opened in April 2008. Section 2, from Darvaza Shemarin to Shohada Square, opened in February 2009. On May 24, 2009, Section 3, from Ferdowsi Square to Engelab Square, opened. On July 23, 2012, 2 more stations were inaugurated, connecting Line 4 with Line 5. Currently there are 18 stations in operation on Line 4, colored yellow on the system maps, and only Baimer station is not operational. Line 5 is colored green on system maps. It is a 43-kilometer long regional rail line and has 11 stations, entering the area of Karaj with main stations at Karaj and Golshar. It connects with the western end of Line 2 at Tehran Station. Line 6. This line is under construction. When completed, this line will be 33 kilometers long with 19 stations as it connects southeast Tehran to northwest. Line 7. This line, similar to Line 6, and in contrast with Line 3, goes from northwest to southeast and is under construction with 2 recently bought modern TBM machines. Its first phase, comprising of 18 kilometers of line and 8 stations, is expected to be completed by June 2016. Transfer stations: Darvaza Shemarin Station, Lines 2 and 4. Shahid Beheshti Station, Lines 1 and 3. Darvaza Dowlat, Lines 1 and 4. Imam Khomeini, Lines 1 and 2. Vali Asr Station, Lines 3 and 4. Danshgari Imam Ali Station, Lines 2 and 3. Shademan Station, Lines 2 and 4. Sadagia, Lines 2 and 5, and Ekbatan, Lines 4 and 5. Art in the Tehran Metro. Safety. All routes have been equipped with automatic train protection, automatic train stop, centralized traffic control, and SCADA. More and more residents use the metro due to the improvement in the peak hour headways, the opening of more stations, and overall improvement with new escalators, elevators, and air conditioning in the trains. On the 18th of July 2007, a 20 square meters area immediately adjacent to the entrance of the Tukhandar metro station caved in. There were no casualties, but the station had to undergo numerous repairs. On the 15th of April 2012, safety walls of Munrud River broke due to heavy rain in Tehran, and consequently 300,000 cubic meters of water entered metro tunnel of Line 4. The 2 nearest stations were still under construction, so metro operators had enough time to evacuate other stations from passengers. Nobody was killed, but water depth in the Habibo LLAH station, the deepest station on Line 4, was estimated to be near 18 meters. It took nearly 2 weeks to reopen the flooded stations which were previously in operation. Complaints. The Cultural Heritage Organization of Iran has complained that the vibrations caused by the metro were having a significant and highly adverse effect on the Masoudieh Palace in the Baharistan neighborhood of central Tehran. The Cultural Heritage Organization has also complained about vibrations near other historic sites such as the Golestan Palace and the National Museum of Iran. However, engineers and technical experts believe that it is the noise that induces the false sense of vibration, and like many metro systems in large cities, no untoward impact is probable.